Hi, I'm Fred Schneider of the B-52's, and I'm going to play the big hit off of our first album, well, one of the many, but actually it is Rock Lobster, so wish me luck queuing it up, and I'll be blabbing about it. Boy, I'm a professional. So we recorded this in 1979, and the original idea for it, I went to this disco in Atlanta, Georgia, called 2001, and instead of having a light show and fabulousness, they had a slideshow, and it was empty, and they showed pictures of puppies, babies, and lobsters on a grill, and I thought, okay, Rock Lobster, that's a good title for a song, because it's the B-52's. We were just jamming at the time. And so we jammed on it for hours and hours and miles of reel-to-reel tape. And Keith and Ricky went and spliced ideas together, brought them to Kate, Cindy, and I, and we put in our 6 cents, and we came up with a 6-minute and 48 second song, which we have a hard time editing ourselves, but who cares? So this is actually a seersucker suit, but they couldn't do that on the album. And well, in America it says play loud, because when I first heard it, it was like, ooh, this sounds a little rinky-dink, because I never really realized what we sounded like, but it was doing well, was going off the charts, and then we did Saturday Night Live, and after that, it just went back up the charts, went platinum, double platinum. We toured the world, and Cindy does the fish. Well, you'll hear them later. The fish noises. That's definitely an homage to Yoko Ono. But we always just did things our own way. It's you don't have any preconceived notions. I mean, I was writing lyrics with Keith on the way into the studio to jam, but then I changed, my lines and stuff, and then the girls added their noises at the end. This album took 3 weeks to record for, I think, $35,000, and I wish we had just paid for it ourselves instead of owing everything to Warner Brothers. But they didn't know what to do with us, but once we started selling, they got on board. We played Toronto. We did the Heatwave Festival, and got to meet all the different acts that were playing there. It was real exciting. Went to Australia, where we were sort of like playing small clubs all over the place in America, Canada, and then we go to Australia, and Rock Lobster was like the biggest thing until We Are the World, and we were like in shock because they treated us like we were superstars, and we're like in schlubby outfits and doing just our same little rinky-dink set. I mean, it's not rinky-dink, but it wasn't like light show. And we did try smoke, but back then that was the bad smoke it was wax-based. But we were singing in America somewhere on our early tours, and the smoke started going up from the floor, and then up and up, and pretty soon it's over our heads, and all you see is smoke, and hearing us laughing, because if something goes wrong, we just laugh. It's not like, you're fired. So we worked that. Well, Bikini Whales, you see them at the beach, of course. Like I said, it didn't take that long. We did this, we did it live in the studio, and then did some overdubs, but it's pretty much a live recording at Compass Point Studios in the Bahamas. And Chris Blackwell was the producer. Cross and Blackwell, Marmalade, and all that stuff. He was great. And Robert Ash also co-produced. Well, he produced it, and Chris oversaw the whole project. I'm going a lot. Here we go. There's the Yoko on her part. And she came on our 25th anniversary tour show in New York. Yoko came on stage and did her Yoko thing on Rock Lobster, which was like totally exciting. She's really great. And actually, her and John, we didn't know this at the time, but we found out reading Rolling Stone that John heard Rock Lobster at a club in Bermuda, and when he liked the song, thought it was really great, and then he heard the Yoko part, and that's when he said to Yoko, "We got to get back in the studio. They're ready for you and us." And they did Double Fantasy, and we've been in touch with Yoko ever since because we were big fans of hers too. And there's the fish noise, which we still do. But this song actually was one of the best-selling independent singles in 1978, backed with 52 Girls. We never saw a penny, but it put us out on the map, especially Australia. That's what got us to be so big, in Canada too, Australia. So, and the band's still performing, so hopefully we'll be in Toronto again soon, all over Canada. So let's see what else. And a friend came up with the original logo, and it has the asterisk, which is grammatically incorrect, so we corrected that. Now it's just B-52's, and that was Rock Lobster. I was trying to come up with titles for songs, and Love Shack just popped in my mind. I didn't know that other bands had done songs called Love Shack, so it was all original to me.
And they had a picture of somebody, a girl and a guy running away from a flying saucer. So we tried to grab it off them to use as an album cover. This is gonna be our cover. And that eventually inspired the spacey lyrics of Iran.